It's another arrow in our quiver. And so there's all these other nutritional foods and things that are out there, and things that need to be done, particularly in the 1,000 days area where nutrition is so critical for the moms during their pregnancies and in the first 2 years of the children, and their brain development. So I think one's also had this full recognition of then that biofortification, in terms of the impact on the public health, is just one of the components that need to happen.
Right. The biofortification is focused on raising the minerals and vitamins in the staple foods that people eat in large amounts already. So as you raise the level of iron or zinc or vitamin A in the food staple, then for the whole population the level increases. But there's certain populations that we won't reach. We won't increase it by enough for certain people. And so these other interventions are essential as well. One of the advantages of biofortification is that we start in the rural areas with the farmers. As the farmers produce surpluses, they get into the marketing stream and they reach into the urban areas. Fortification, for example, relies on the food purchases that happens in urban areas. They reach into the rural areas as the economies develop through the marketing systems. So we complement fortification quite well, I think.
The supply chain for some of the other products, such as the fortified products or the supplements, runs out at a certain level when your infrastructure runs out. And so to be able to say to farmers, here's another option for you, is a really great thing, because you realize then the rural, remote places are not being left out from these health interventions. So it is very complementary, and now here in Uganda we are seeing the surplus coming into the urban markets, and urban people saying, well, I've heard about this, how come I can't find this? And we're saying, now you can find it in the market.
Can we get the crops to do some of our work? It'll make it easier for us, because that's what people are eating anyway, and so kind of to biofortify or then raise the nutrient level in the crops that people are eating anyway, because again, you're dealing with rural communities. In the 1,000 days area, one has seen that when the women go to the health center, maybe the iron supplement tablets are there, maybe they're not. They're in rural areas, there's nobody following up on them. Are they taking them? If they are taking them, they're with dirty water. Maybe the taste is different, and so the moms are, I'm feeling okay, I don't need to take that anymore. The other aspects of fortifying food also may be too expensive, too remote, so at least it's there in the crops that they are eating on a daily basis. So I think it was a brilliant thought and strategy to begin with. Let's let the crops help us along the way.
Yeah, well, I'm trained as an economist, and my thought was, well, with the capsules and the fortification, you keep spending the same amount for those programs year after year after year. They're very good investments. They have very high benefit cost ratios. But obviously, if the plant does the work, you do the research at a central location. Those seeds spread to country after country. Those seeds get in the food system. They're available year after year after year. You spend the money initially for the agricultural research, which is much cheaper than even a year's investment in vitamin A capsules, and then it's there in a very sustainable way.
And kind of on the ground and working with the farmers and the community organizations, do you also kind of find an impatience there? Because I think the one woman who came in from an area that hadn't received it yet, and she was like, well, so why hasn't it come out to me yet? And by the way, are there other things that you're doing besides what I'm hearing about that we can also benefit from?
And that impatience is from the farmer through to government, because people don't want one crop. They want a food basket approach. They want the sweet potato, they want the beans, they want the cassava, they want the maize, they want the pearl millet. And so when you can't deliver everything at once, it's like, well, when is it going to come? And then as well, in terms of expanding through the country, it's quite daunting to reach everybody at once. And so you go wave by wave, and people are waiting, and they're saying, but we've been here, we've been waiting, we've been asking. and you have to find the mechanisms to get it into those areas.